What? What? Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, the 14th of November, 2020. So, first off, let me just... Okay, so I had talked about in my live stream last night that I would be sharing a surprise with you with this video today. Well, it's been delayed a day, so now you guys are going to have to wait another whole day. But it'll be worth the surprise, trust me. So I'm not going to get into details, but I will be having that surprise tomorrow. And so, look at this. Here comes Miss Molly. She's so funny. What's up, little girl? What are you doing? There goes Max underneath the house. So, anyway, it is an absolutely... So anyway, like I said, you guys are going to have to wait till tomorrow. And like I said, I'm not going to give it away ahead of time or give you any hints or anything like that. So, but it is a beautiful day. The sun is out. Skies again. Okay, we've had a little stretch here, guys. I had that one day that I showed you the plane go through and the crap in the sky, but since then we've had nothing. It's just been, when we have these clear days like this, it's just been perfectly clear and beautiful. So very, very nice. It's chilly, of course. I will tell you what the temperature is right now. It is 46 degrees right now. It was definitely down into the 30s last night. And I'll take you in here really quickly. I just kind of want to give you an idea of what we're doing here. Now, I've been keeping an eye on what the temperature is in here as opposed to obviously outside. And it's been really, really decent in here, so it's been very, very nice. And they must have something on. Because it's like, okay, so if you can see, it's saying we're at 26.21. But with the arrow pointed down, I don't know if you can see that or not, it means it's sucking power, okay? We're pulling in enough power between the two right now that it should be going the other way. So I'm going to go in and look. I almost guarantee you they have the microwave on. Almost guarantee it. Because we're pulling in 360 watts on this side. We're pulling in 945 watts on this side. So that should be feeding this system. So I almost guarantee you, we're going to do that. We're going to go look real quick. They either have the microwave on or they have you got the microwave on?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why?
I was just okay, so these are my great nephews. And say what your name is?
Zach.
And
Colton.
Zachary and Colton. So these are my great nephews. They're up to visit their grandmama and great grandmama. So nope, grandma.
Nana.
Grandma. See, she never wanted to admit being grandma because she was grandma so early. So, but the reason I said that you had on the microwave or something, because we were pulling in plenty of power, but it was sucking off the system. And so I said, watch, we're going to go in, and somebody's got the microwave on. And sure enough, that's what it was. So it was you.
Yes.
Guilty. But that's why we have it. So, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So now, guys, what we're going to do, so they got their fireplace going. I just actually brought them in wood here on this side and wood in on that side. So they're, it's very warm in here. Feels good. Okay, Grandma, we'll see you later. Bye-bye, Great Grandma.
Bye.
All right. You. Now, Zachary and Colton have an older brother, and his name is Jesse, and he's named after my grandfather. And Jesse is actually 2 years younger than my twins. So my first great nephew is only 2 years younger than my twins. So I started having my kids late, and my sister had her kids early. So she had the 2 children, and my niece Jeannie, those are her boys. So she had the 3 boys. So she has Zachary, Colton, and Jesse. And so, Jesse being, I think he's a senior this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a senior in high school this year. So it's amazing watching that time go and watching them all grow up. It is unbelievably amazing. So anyway, so that's. Oh, we're gonna go back in here now. Hold on. Now that Mom is off. So hold on 1 second. Let's go back into here. I knew when I saw that we were bringing in that much power, and it was being drawn from the system. Your biggest draws of power. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so now the arrow is up, meaning we're bringing in power, and the batteries are at 26.34. They were down to 26.19. So big difference. We're still bringing in almost 300 watts on this side and 900 on this side. But like I said, right now it's all being fed into the batteries, which is good. But so when you have a solar system, you're going to find that your biggest draws. So I'm going to give you some ideas what big draws are on your power system. So obviously a microwave is going to be one of them. Okay. A hot plate is another one. That one really takes a lot of juice. It'll shut a system down. I've had it happen. So, and then another one would be a hair dryer, and another one would be a toaster. Heavy pulls of power on your system. So, if you have an off-grid system, you have to look at that and say, okay, when am I going to use this? When am I going to use that? How often or like that? Because realistically, coffee maker would be another one. Coffee maker is a huge draw of power. But now with having the batteries that I have now, and again, I'm running 2 households, so I have a microwave on my side that I haven't even hooked up or used it because I didn't use a microwave for years. Okay, sparingly used a toaster. I would say, okay, if it was a rockin' sunny day, all right, I can use the toaster today. But once we did, like this year, building the new battery room, doing the upgrade with the batteries, huge difference in our being able to hold on to more power and stuff like that. So, that's a big difference, big difference. So I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, all the flags are down. 2 flags stay up year round, all right? And I'm going to tell you why both of them stay up year round. Sweden and Old Glory, okay? And the reason that I keep both of them up year round, they're not made of that really thin material. Those are actually heavy duty. Now, the American flag probably, once we get through the winter, I'm probably going to replace that one because it's starting to get worn out a little bit. You can see the age on it and stuff like that. But so all the other flags are down now. I'll take you out over here. So if you can see on the trees, those flags are also down. The flags here are down, and all the flags on the poles down the driveway are down. I will put those back up in the spring. I wanted to do it on a day when it wasn't raining or wet and the flags were still dry, so that when I put them away, they would be okay. A lot of the flags, all the flags that were on poles ended up going into the battery room. The rest of the flags get folded up and put in a box in the house. And so we just wait for the spring again, and then we'll put them all back up again. So that's where we're at with that. But yeah, but the power system definitely has a draw on it, and certain things are going to suck more power. And like I said, right now it's a beautiful day. We're pulling in a lot of power, which is just fantastic. And so, again, so if you have your off-grid system, now let's think about this for a second. If I decide to run a washer or a dryer, and I probably would never run a dryer unless it was like a rainy day, but a dryer really sucks a lot on your system as well. But so you'd probably have stuff up on a clothesline as much as you possibly could. Now in the wintertime, how do you dry your clothes in the wintertime then? You put lines in the house around the wood stove and you hang your wet clothes up that way. It does two things. It's going to dry your clothes, number one, but it also is going to put moisture back in the air of your home, okay? Having that moisture, especially when you're heating with wood, is really important. That's why you will always see a kettle on my stove, always full, putting moisture back into the air. Otherwise, it would dry your house out like you would not believe. Wood stove will definitely do that. So you have to have some way of putting moisture back into your home. Again, the other thing, like I said, you would do your laundry on a day like today. It's sunny, okay? So there's the sun. We're bringing in lots of power. So I would run the washing machine during the daytime. You would not do it at night because now at night you're running strictly on battery power. So you don't want to drain that system down. You don't want to have huge draws on that system at that time of day, okay? So just some information I wanted to share with you guys. I mean, we're obviously I am off grid, and so definitely something that needs to be paid attention to. Just sharing stuff maybe you guys didn't know, maybe you did, I don't know. But being, I've been off grid for, oh my God, how long now? June started my 6th year. So 5.5 years I have been off grid. You will not see a power line coming into my house, okay? And this line here, let me show you. We'll walk over here and I will show you the line that goes to my sister's house. And this is not a power line, that's a cable line. So if you see, let me just come back up underneath here so you guys can see it, because it's going to hide in the backdrop otherwise. Okay, so you can see the back of her house, and you see this line coming up through here. That is her cable line. Okay, so that's how she's getting her internet. Now the way I'm getting my internet, all right, my line comes off of the pole over here. For my internet goes through the woods. It's underground inside to the greenhouse because that's where the camper used to be, and then into the house. That's all underground, and that's just for my internet. Becky has internet and cable, so they wanted to make sure that they could watch TV and stuff like that, and so that's how they did it that way. But other than that, there is no power lines going into anything. What I ended up doing, if you guys remember or not, they were thinking about being hooked to the grid. And we decided, well, we're going to go off of my system. Then it was, nope, they're going to go on the grid. But then when they found out what the cost would be to run a line that would have to be underground from the pole over here, this far, okay, over to their house, it was going to be $1,500 just to do that alone, just to hook the line in to start with. And I said to them at that point, I said, no way. That's ridiculous. I said, I will go ahead and I'll purchase 3 more batteries and we will tie you into my system. And that's exactly what we ended up doing, because it's just, the power companies got such an angle with it, it's like absolutely ridiculous. But to charge $1,500, I'm sure like the line is expensive and you got your labor of your guys doing it and stuff like that, but no freaking way. And because, with the upgrade to the system, we're bringing in plenty of power. Again, I will be, one of the things in the future that is going to be happening, I will be swapping out all these solar panels, and I will be putting in at least 400 watt solar panels. So it'll make a huge difference. Right now, our whole system that we have, I have 4,020 watts. The 3 on the end, those 300 watt panels go to the camper, which is Brian's camper, and that charges the batteries that are in Brian's camper. But the other 15 panels are a grand total of 4,020 watts. So if I swap those all out with 400 watt panels, that'll take our system up to a 6,000 watt system. So that's same spot, nothing changes except that we're going to add 1/3 more of power intake into the system. So that's going to be a huge difference. So that's down the road. So, but we will, you know, that'll be a work in progress like everything else. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you know, sorry that the surprise that I was going to share with you today is not here yet, but that it will definitely be here tomorrow. And so we will do that, you know, tomorrow, and I will share that with you. And, so you're still going to, I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. But somebody made a comment. I got to tell you, this was very, very funny. Somebody had said in the comments, your brother-in-law's coming back? It would be a cold day in Hades before he ever steps foot on this property again. So, no, that wasn't it. And I know that the person was being sarcastic. So that was pretty funny. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here for now. I will do another video later for you guys. So definitely look for that. This one will be up at 3 o'clock. And I got to check the time. Let me see if it will be up at 3 o'clock. I don't know what the time is. Yeah, it's 1:30 now. This will be up at 3 o'clock. So, yeah. So look for this video, and then I will do another video later. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains some stuff with the batteries. What is going to be a bigger draw on your system, you know, and stuff like that. And can you run normal things off of a off-grid system? And the answer is absolutely yes. You can run anything that anybody else is running in their homes. You just have to look at things in how are you going to conserve power, you know, and stuff like that. So as you build your system up and you make your system better, and it becomes more efficient, it definitely makes a huge difference. You know, the more efficient it is, the more power you're saving, the better your system is, the more power you can bring in and store. So that's where we're at. And like I said, here we are in the middle of November, and we're pulling in decent power. So again, sunny days definitely help. They help huge. They help huge. So, good things. All right, guys. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So, it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Also, remember STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching those goals is you, okay? That's so important. You know, negativity, negative people want to hold you back. They don't want you to succeed. And again, it doesn't have to be about living off grid and prepping. It can be anything, any aspect of your life. Focus on it, make it happen, and the only one stopping you is you. And that's probably the biggest, most important thing of any of the messages that I give you guys. We can be our own worst enemies, okay? So I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. And there's Mr. Max, and then we got Miss Molly.